have to
Mic check,
be your
1,
biggest fan.
2,
And
3.
when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Let's go. Shout out to all of the notification squad. Gotta fight the algorithm. Hit that like button, share this content. Subscribe. If you're on multiple platforms, sharing is caring. Salute to all of everybody that's watching. Shout out to everybody that's here. Let's go.
Because you don't know who you're going to meet.
Shout out to Sheila Neal. Appreciate you. Shout out to the HBOs, the SGs. Let's vibe. Come on. Let me know if you share. Let me know if you hit that thumbs up. Let me know if you subscribe in the comment box. Let's go get this thing one way or another. I'm almost finished setting up. Appreciate you guys. Thank those who tuned in earlier. I was shooting a lot of air balls, wasn't I? Appreciate you, Melvin. Shout out to you. If you're rocking with the nation, let's go left and right, baby. Shout out to 105.3, the fan. Come on. Let me turn it up just a little bit more for you guys. Come on. Hey. Hey. The late night riders, appreciate you. Let me know if my volume's okay. Yeah. All right. It won't hurt you. Come on. There she go. Don't let the street lights hit you. Don't let the street lights hit you, baby. You know it's dangerous to go. Come on. Don't let the street lights hit you. Hey. Let me know where you're at. Hey, come on. I see the DFW in the house. Sing it. Come on. What's up, nation? Toronto in the house. I see y'all. Okay, Thomas, what's up with you? Constantine as well. Justin, appreciate everybody for patience as we endure. Everybody know how this thing roll. Shout out to Memphis, Tennessee, to Houston. Shout out to my dog Skywalker. He's somewhere in Dallas land. I had to hit him up. Shout out to Falls Town, Texas. What's good with y'all? Jesse, what's up with you? Hit it up. Come on. All right, so the topic line for your mind was earlier today on 105.3 The Fan. They did the ESPN ranking of general defense, but one of the main categories were the linebackers, and everybody know how linebackers go, right? That they are like the accelerant for anything as relates to the defense. The front four create pressure. Your front four either maintain, set the edge, shoot through gaps, gobble up the blockers or what have you, and your linebackers supposed to be able to fly free. Your linebackers supposed to execute. And then on your last wave of defense, you have your safeties. You either will have a free who stand on top of the roof of what we call the house of the defense. Just look at it like when kids draw their houses or homes back in the days. They have that peak, and that's where your free safety is at. Now, sometimes you will have your strong safety to live along in the box. The box is confined of being inside that square is an imaginary line, but you just think of it. From the farthest end of your right defensive end to the farthest end of your left defensive end. If your player is close around there and he is the safety, that means that he's close to the box or he's inside the box or, quote unquote, he's at the LOS. Shout out to you, Melvin, man. Appreciate you. Sheila, I didn't know you was at the VA. As well, good old Mark Holmes is at. Tondrick, appreciate you for vibing over there. So our issue last season were not necessarily in the middle. When you look at teams, they ran majority of on the edge, not on D-Law's side, believe it or not, like Ripley's, but was on the other side. Now, how they were able to capitalize off of that is they did either stretch plays, they spread plays. The interior guys were not able to get off of their blocks, quote unquote, nor penetrate. So there was no avoidance of the pressure from the interior. And what happened here is that it allows the opposition to either catch full head of steam, to either make sure that they are running through untouched, unscathed, basically, and get to that last level. Meaning that you got now a running back that's either facing a safety or a defensive back, and your guys are getting gobbled up, smothered out. And anybody who played any level of football, you know, the name of the game is to run it on you. If you can't stop the run, it's no fun, right? So that's when, look, you can get blown out by hundreds of points, right? If it's through the air, it's okay. But if you get blown out by hundreds of points or even 4 or 5 touchdowns, basically, and it's just by running the ball, it's demoralizing because you felt that worse than a wide receiver catching a 40-yard bomb or a wide receiver catching a 60-yard pass down the sideline. It's worse when you have a guy that's consistently running for 20 big chunks of yards, 20 yards, a 10-yard here, a 15-yard. It will take your soul out of you and hand it to you and say, nah, you can't have it back, right? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Shout out to you, Special K. Let me see. We got enough people in the house for me to go ahead and add you guys right. Here we go. Yeah, so shout out to everybody that's watching. Let's listen to them, and then you guys know how this thing goes. We listen to them. I give you guys my feedbacks, my thoughts on everything. And shout out to Sean and RJ. Yeah, they also have a YouTube page, so this episode may have been played on the YouTube.
Actually, the top 16 because they had 6 honorable mentions. Edge rushers in the defensive tackle.
All right.
From execs, coaches, and players.
All right.
So we've already gone through defensive end and defensive tackle. We are 0 for 2.
The summary of that was what, real quick?
Summary of that was that, DeMarcus Lawrence did not make the defense of the top 10, actually the top 16 because they had 6 honorable mentions, edge rushers in the NFL.
For last season.
Well, it's right now. Right now.
All right.
Okay, so this is just right now. They gave the best fit 10 to 15 players at a position right now. It's 2021.
Got it.
Okay. Nobody in defensive line, period. Edge or interior. Let's roll out to...
Which I would agree with. This is eyes versus calculator, right? Eyes versus numbers.
Yeah, and the eyeball test is always the best way to really do your assessment on this. I've been using Pro Football Focus, and this has been going on for probably, I would say, a little less than a year now. My thing is with Pro Football Focus or ESPN, it's just like when you do your math homework, you still have to show your work. Just because somebody said, okay, this is what's going to happen and this is what they did, still I encourage anybody and everyone to go and watch the tape, watch the all 22, look at what they were trying to do as far as from a responsibility or scheme. There are so many variables, in this, There are.
I would say the Cowboys' run defense is embarrassing. Their whole defense sucks. But the run defense, especially on the interior, humongous weakness, even though the numbers argument always stands there over DeMarcus Lawrence. The numbers say very, very good. The eyes, the sacks, and a lot of fans say disappointing. All right, next.
And for the record, a lot of people are blind. Now, linebackers. And this is starting off with a doozy. By the way, do the Cowboys make the top 18? Like they have 18 linebackers here listed.
So is any Cowboy player in the top 18?
Yes.
Of linebackers throughout the league? Who? The only one that has a chance is Jalen. I would say no. I would guess no.
You would be right.
I watch more football.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the tackles. He makes so many tackles.
Yeah, he does.
He's a tackling machine. He's a Pro Bowler.
Now, stop me when you've actually heard of one of these guys. These are the linebackers who did not make the cut, top 10, but are on the also receiving votes. Dion Jones.
Why are we not starting with the ones actually on the list?
Well, just to get rid of these guys.
Okay.
Dion Jones, Zach Cunningham, Devin Bush, Dante Hightower. You've heard of him. Patrick Queen, Blake Martinez, C.J. Mosley, and Joe Schobert.
God, that contract, C.J.
Bush is good. Martinez is pretty good. He's a solid guy. And Zach Cunningham. This list is intriguing, by the way. I just want people to understand that let's take this in context too. The amount of hatred that a lot of people have on number 9, who was number 54 last season. A lot of people can make their justification for it, but I want you guys to step back and look at it from his perspective. You ask the guy to play a different role, a unique role. You ask the guy to also pick up a defense that he was not comfortable playing, and he never played in this style of defense before. And I'm not trying to sell you guys rainbows and sunshines. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to we're just having a casual conversation. And we want to cast aspersions and we want to sully and denigrate the guy. Especially your linebackers. They feed and they actually play off of your front. So when you have a less dominant interior guy, you don't get a chance to see or you don't give a full spectrum of your skill set. We don't know what Ray Lewis would have looked like if he had a porous front because he never had one. He always had those big boys up front. Haloti Nada, Tony Siragusa, all of those guys, Sam Adams and all of those things. He had big boys, and then he had somebody to play off of. What's his name? Terrell. Y'all can put his full name in the comment box. So, and I'm not saying that, believe me, I'm not saying that Jayla Smith is a Ray Lewis. No, he's not Ray. Ray is in a box in a room by himself. But what I'm saying is that it's hard to evaluate and give a full assessment or pinpoint an analysis on something that you really don't have the resources up front. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Really appreciate you, Daryl. Happy birthday. Whose birthday it is? Dwayne Wright. Appreciate you, man. Happy birthday. Suggs from Ryan. Appreciate you. Terrell Suggs.
Oh,
Mosley, God, holy mackerel. All right.
One exec about C.J. Moses said, still a high-level linebacker when he's on the field. It's just been a while. Yeah, like 2 years, champ. All right. Number 10, Miles Jack.
Bitterness.
Highest ranking was 5. He is 25 years old.
All right.
Jack was underachieving at middle linebacker, and they bring Schobert, slid him into the outside. May have been the best move Jacksonville made during a brutal season.
All right.
Demario Davis, number 9.
Don't even worry about the write-ups. Just let's go through the list.
Tremaine Edmonds, number 8.
Edmonds
Highest ranking was number 1.
Ooh, okay.
Eric Kendricks.
Who he play for?
Buffalo.
All right.
Yeah.
Eric Kendricks, number 7. Highest ranking was number 1. Roquan Smith, Chicago Bears.
Basic's man crush.
Highest ranking was number 1.
Woo.
Quan.
Levante David, Tampa. Highest ranking was 3. Last year, his ranking was number 2.
All right.
Darius Leonard, Colts. Highest ranking was number 1.
Yeah. I think he lost
Bobby
too much
Wagner,
weight.
Seattle.
Ooh.
Highest ranking was number 1.
He was the stunner on the PFF top 50, right? He was in the top 10?
Yeah, I think he was.
He was in the top 10. Bobby Wagner still getting it done.
Yeah.
Fred Warner,
That's pretty good. Fred Warner.
San Fran. Highest ranking was number 1.
Man, people say he's a beast.
And then, at number 1, Devin White,
Oh, yeah.
Tampa.
Yeah.
I'll read the write-up here on this one. White received more number 1 votes than any other linebacker, narrowly won a tiebreaker with Fred Warner and Bobby Wagner for the top spot. He's a missile, so athletic and strong, while doing whatever he wants. The league figured White would emerge as the top linebacker soon enough, but the Bucs playoff run punctuated this. He was all over the place, 38 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries in 3 games, coming off a bout with COVID. Over the past 2 seasons, the Bucs almost allowed a full yard per play more when White is not on the field versus when he is on the field, 5'9" to 5'0". A true 4.4 40 guy, traveled over 16,000 yards in 2020 per Next Gen Stats, chasing guys down. Oh, by the way,
Hope. I let them talk. Let's play a game, out of college, and I know Devin White was drafted really high. Who's better, Parsons or Devin White? Yeah, I just want to hear you guys. And shout out to you, Ryan. I see you said you reaching out a little. I see you. But neither here nor there. You probably caught the tail end of it. Who's better out of college? Blind test. Devin White or Parsons. And I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just waiting for y'all response. I really appreciate you guys for interacting tonight. Let me see what y'all response will be. Like, if you had a choice to pick Parsons or Devin White, who would you pick? Push comes to shove, right? If in the situation, and I'm not even talking about Jayla Smith, but remove all of your biasness away, because I just want you guys to just be straight up 100. I got tough skin over here. I won't cry. All right. Special K Parsons, Sam Parsons, Melvin Parsons. Nobody's picking Devin, Parsons, Lance Bell with 2 L's. Appreciate you. Let's see. Coming out of college. Okay, Special K. I love it. I flat out love it, man. Let me just give you guys, let me find this button right here and give you guys this right here. Here's the situation. Now, let's be 100. Let's be 100. Name me the Tampa Bay front four from last season compared to the Dallas Cowboys front four last season. And let me know if Devin White would have had the same productivity. It could just be a slap straight up. Yeah, he would have had the same productivity. It doesn't matter who his front four was, right? But just give me, if you was like, because these are the opinions from the NFL executive personnel. That's what they was reading over their opinions of players out of the linebacking category. Like, would you take Antoine Woods over Vita Vea? Would you take Antoine Woods over Ndamukong Suh? Like let's call a spade on this one, right? You know, and I hope that you guys not saying that Law is reaching on this one, right? You know? From their perspective, which front would you take? And if you were to, let's say, do the Thanos snap and you were to do a switcheroo and put Parsons, let's say if you do the Thanos snap and Parsons goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last season, whatever it may be, would Parsons been able to do some of the similar things, flying around, chasing, getting out to the quarterback with big Vita Vea up front, with big Ndamukong Suh, with it Barrett? Is it RJ or TJ? I forgot. And of course, Paul JPP. I'm trying not to say this man's the name in the wrong fashion. Shaq Barrett. It's Shaq Barrett. I'm sorry. I said TJ RJ. I'm thinking of the doggone quarterback for from Ohio State that I did an assessment on earlier this year. Charge it to my head, not my heart. It's late. Shaq Barrett. Shout out to you, Drew P. Drew Pearson. Appreciate you, Drew, though. Appreciate you. So it had Shaq Barrett, and he was able to do some damage last season as well. Is there any clips of Parson? This is Steven Hernandez. So a lot of people in the chat said, man, hey, man, we would lean on the Tampa Bay's front. And not trying to be funny out here. All right, hold on. Let me see if it's a straight face. Would the Buccaneers do the exact same thing with Mike Nolan? I'm trying to say it with a straight face. If they had Mike Nolan on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just pick up who's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head defensive coordinator there. I forgot his name. His name is at the tip of my tongue. But let's just say, can you imagine JPP? He dropping back in coverage, which I saw him do last season. But let's say if it's more on a consistent basis. Oh, Vita Vea, he dropping back in coverage. Did y'all know that he had our big boy Navell Gallimore dropping back in coverage? You know, that was crazy last season. Jason Pierre-Paul. Look, my guy Shap, he's right on it, man. Jason Pierre-Paul, Vita Vea, Devin White, and the Ndamukong Suh. Yeah. That was nasty. It was nasty. Man, Mike Nolan would have had them boys dropping back in coverage. Todd Bowles. Appreciate you, Victor. Victor Lee off the top rope with the information for the nation. And let me say this right quick before we hit play. The Cowboys, they looked at everything. I'm quite sure they got their analysts there. Bruce Arians. I keep on saying Arians. is the head coach, right? And Todd Bowles is the defensive coordinator. All right, so shout out to your East Side, Harold. Appreciate you, bro. Who's winning tonight? There's a game on tonight, right? CP3, is he winning tonight? Y'all let me know. Let me know of the score. Before I go into that detail, you know, the Dallas Cowboys looked at all of that, I'm quite sure. Their analysts, those analytical guys that they should have, they probably look into all of that. And y'all update me on the score. Suns won. Oh, okay. So what's the series? What's the series now? 2 up, 2-0? 2-0? Ooh. 108 to 118? Ooh. Who got money on the line? Who's about to be rich? Y'all let me know who's about to be rich. I hope y'all win it. All right, so this is the rankings from PFF. Now, what they did, they calibrated all of their games, and they included like what win rate they was able to win off of. And I know a lot of people don't use PFF, and I don't blame you, because how you come up with a score, an accurate score right after the game in a nanosecond, like once the game is over with, they come up with it. But what I like to do is I pretty much like to do my own homework. And as you look into this thing, it's not a Cowboys name in sight. It's not a player on the list, and this is the interior defensive lineman, guys. Now, you see number 4. This is overall a collective number. You see Vita Vea there. You see Chris Jones, who is a dog, by the way. Shout out to Mississippi State. You see Aaron Donald, who just remains there at the top of everybody's list. You see the 49ers with Zach Kerr. You see Shelby Harris out there, and I've been banging on the table when Shelby was out there as a free agent. They're like, nah, Cowboy fans are like, nah, we don't need him. You know, like, hey, you go out there and grab him. Of course, you see Grady Jarrett, number 13, Leonard Williams. I remember banging on the table saying, hey, man, we need to figure out a way to get Leonard Williams. You know, a lot of people saying, oh, we don't need him. They got 2 of the guys, Dexter Law and Leonard Williams, on there for the Giants. I know you guys squint your eyes to see it. And you see number 19, when he was available, Maurice Hearst, y'all remember him, the 49ers picked him up or what have you. I've seen a lot of people say, well, we don't need him because of this, because of that. It was a whole bunch of storylines with that. But neither here nor there. If you stroll down, you will see a name up there with a star. He's number 22. He was not on his team last season. But this is a rankings from the interior. And, of course, Quentin Williams. I would tell you guys right now, Quentin Williams on the Dallas Cowboys, oh, my goodness, man. You're talking about he was available. I think Jeffrey Simmons was available. Then they hurry up and snatched him up and scooped him up and repaid him, what have you. But you see number 22. But I'm not showing you this to just be like, yeah, let's pump it up. No. This is the overall interior. But let's break it down into some more detailings. I'm going to slide this over for a quick second. It shouldn't take long. If we go into run defense, don't y'all know that this list changed? Because now you got somebody that got the ability to stop the run. And when you can stop the run, that means you're clogging the lanes. That means you're doing a whole lot of stuff that goes unseen. But let me hit this button right here and watch what happened to this name that's way down here on number 22. Watch what happened. Voila, magic. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you're saying. The Dallas Cowboys, they went out and they said, okay, we're going to have to fix this problem. Although it was still We like to buy for less and these sorts of things. But drastically, when you look at Brent Urban, this is what he do, baby. He stopped the run. He went from, of course, he's 22nd overall in the complete sense. His pass rushing is terrible. He scored and graded out at a 50. I don't care about them passing on me, believe it or not. I just want somebody to stop the run. And when you can stop the run, your linebackers can run around a little bit freer, you know what I'm saying? So there's only 2 players ahead of Brent Urban. I want to see with the show of hands, who's buying that? Come on, Eastside. Don't be showing me there's sunshines and rainbows. I'm not selling sunshines and rainbows. Show of hands, who's taking that bill? Because I can go down that list and I can go find number 99. I don't know where his number would be at. I'm gonna see who. Show of hands, say, if you taking that bill, type BU in the comment box for Brent Urban. Chris Dansler, appreciate you. I just want to see BU in the chat box before I go and hit play. Yeah, Ryan, appreciate you, Ryan. Appreciate you. Let's go.
Jayla Smith's always running guys down, but he doesn't get credit for it. When you play him, he can just run. Your perimeter run game is being controlled by guys like him who can stack the box. Strong safety in the 1990s. I found it very interesting that he was number 1.
I was wondering why you were reading all that.
I found it very interesting because in the 2 years of his NFL career, he has Pro Football Focus grades of 51 and 43, which is not even replacement level.
Wow.
Jayla Smith was a 54 last year. And yet this is the fork in the road from these old school scouts, and the analytics is that the scouts love Devin White.
Wow.
Because he's fast and he runs and this and that, and the analytics are like, no, you stink, dude. You're one of the worst linebackers in the NFL over the last 2 years.
But here's the question I always ask about sites like Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, and I don't get how because
aren't they using their talent evaluation and eye? How are they different?
They're what they call triple blind. They have 3 blind
mice.
Yes, of ways of they don't look at the player. They look at a lot of things about it.
Okay.
Somehow they come, but the thing is that they're usually lockstep with a lot of usually if you come up with these top 10 lists, they're going to be pretty close to the same.
Yes. Yeah.
Like everybody agrees Jayla Smith stunk, and they show that he stunk.
Okay.
Everybody agrees that Fred Warner and Levante David and Devin Bush are great, and Pro Football Focus agrees they're great. But they're way off on Devin White. For whatever reason, Pro Football Focus and the scouts on Devin White could not be any further apart.
So what he's saying is that Pro Football Focus had Devin White somewhere lower than the NFL executive from ESPN. And ESPN had Devin White ranked number 1 in the linebacking category and scenario. That will be always a battle between ESPN and their analysts. And to me personally, just to be fair with Pro Football Focus, and I'm not trying to throw any shade at ESPN, but we've seen ESPN do hey, we're going to have Stephen A. Smith call the MMA fights, boxing. We're going to have Stephen A. Smith call soccer, for crying out loud, basketball, which he's pretty good in basketball, and then also football, golf, and everything. So that they cut corners. They're not really focusing in just on the analytical side of things. Let me just say that clearly, right? Let me know if I'm wrong on that, So just to give Pro Football Focus a little leadway, at least they focusing in from the Pro Football Focus angle just on the players. Now, just like I lamented earlier, it's hard to really put that final grade on a linebacker when you have all of those resources up front. That's all I'm saying. Because I can go back and look at that other list and tell me when you see number 99 from last season on our team, where his ranking would be at. He probably won't even be on that list. Oh, UFC. Yeah, UFC. So Stephen A. Smith, he was everywhere, So it is what it is in that case, in that scenario. So my thing is, the Dallas Cowboys defense for the last 2 years, you can argue and say, well, in 18 and 19, they was just average at best, basically. And last season, they went from average to world's worst. World's worst defense, right? The Atlanta Falcons was the only team that was in the same wheelhouse. But towards the latter part of it, the Dallas Cowboys start to at least get turnovers and takeaways and these sorts. So good that I think that Pro Football Focus, and if you're using their matrix, if you're using what they're talking about, and at least they're showing some of their work when you go down line by line, precept upon precept, for crying out loud, you can see this is how many stops they had. This is how many forced fumbles the player had. This is how many snaps they had on rush defense, on pass pass pro, I meant to say. So they go into details of that. And then if you have the all 22, you can go in and watch the game and start counting them yourself, and they was right on the money with it. For case in point, let me go back here, and we're going to look at let's go look at safeties. And while that's uploading, let me see if I can slide down without it seeing. I showed my hand a little bit. I don't know if y'all that quick. I don't know if y'all that quick. But there's a certain safety that we as Cowboys fans been banging on the table. Been banging on the table. Can he start? Can you put him in? Cowboys been, okay, let's go get Steven Parker. Banging on the table. Let's go get Brandon Hughes Card. Banging on the table. Let's go get this guy. Let's go get that guy. And then finally, they said, okay, we ain't going to put Darian Thompson out there. We're going to finally start Donovan Wilson. And then all Donovan Wilson did was showed up and showed out, and he became one of the top safeties out of the top 20 for last season due to his metrics. And when you put him inside the box to rush the quarterback, I believe he's like number 1, number 2 in the National Football League. So let me pull this up right quick. You see his name, number 18? And of course, I know somebody would say, hey, Jeff Heath right there. Yeah. All of those guys that's above him had more snaps than him. But let me show you something else, too. Let me slide this over right here. And when I show you guys this right here, yeah, pass rush. Let me show y'all this right here. Pass rush. He's up there. He's up there, Cowboy Nation. He's up there. T. Dilly said he like Wilson. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Eastside Harold. Shout out to Eastside Harold. Y'all let him play around, Let him play around. Shout out to Eastside Harold. Although you lost some cool points last season, man, we was looking for you. We yelled out your name. But it's all good. Shout out to Eastside Harold. Let me see. Hey, Mel says Donovan Wilson was actually an NFL player. Not sure what to say about the rest of the defense. Yeah, facts on that. Facts on that. And I'm saying all of this to actually say that the 2021 defense, and I know somebody going to say, yeah, you said that last season. You said that the season before that. And, Law, what do you know? You said that 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But when we look at this particular team, I'm going to say again, something different. Something is different, and it's not what's in this cup. I think that the rulings finally in favor for Randy Gregory. I'm saying white on rice, saying, Randy is going to eat. And Randy is going to eat, and he's going to blaze the quarterbacks up. There's no ruling to be in place to slow him down outside of probably injuries or things like that. Maybe we knock on wood. But I think that he's now in a better headspace. DeMarcus Lawrence, all we want him to do is we want to see him one-on-one. That's all we want, one-on-one, not standing up, not playing left defensive end, then all of a sudden playing right defensive end. Then they have him standing up, dropping back in coverage. We don't want that. No. Get his hands down in that dirt, make it dirty, shoot around and get to the quarterback. Chris Davis, I didn't shoot ball in about 10 to 12 years. So, yeah, my jumper is all the way off. It's all the way off. Shout out to those who watched my basketball live earlier today. We're working on Crossover Nation. We will have some excerpts and a whole bunch of good stuff out for you guys people who want to learn basketball concepts and dribbling skills. So we'll throw that in on everybody. Drew P says, blaze the quarterbacks up. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Yeah. Derek Thomas, what's up, Law Nation? Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you for jumping in and tuning in. Yeah, so Cowboy Nation, that's how I'm looking at this particular defense. I'm thinking that from all of the players, from what we've seen this offseason, that the defense been speaking, okay, yes, we want to get everything slow, back to easy for us to pick up. We want to be able to play fast, but we want to get back to the slow part of it, saying that we're not trying to figure out this thing while we're playing. No, we want everything to be close and up tight. Let's see. James Harden and Law in the court. Appreciate you, Steven Hernandez. Yeah, basketball will keep you young. Yeah. I'm saying for a 39-year-old guy, I'm okay. I'm okay out there. I've seen some people huffing and puffing that was like 20, 25. But, it is what it is. I'm when I hit 40, I know. I've seen a sign that says life starts at 40. I'm quite sure if I shaved this beard off, they'll card me for wherever I go because I got that youthfulness face or what have you. And people think I'm so young. But when I shave this beard off, man, I'll be looking so young, it would just go crazy, right? Shout out to James Harden that's somewhere in Paris, wherever he's at with the baby or Lil Baby. I think that's his name. The best rapper alive, according to DJ Khaled. Yeah. Shout out to him, man. Whatever they're doing as far as fashion, where people keep tagging me in photos and stuff. Saying, "Law, I didn't know you was in Paris." I'm sitting like, dog, you try to be funny. On another note, too, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. I do have a meditation channel now. And I got some kickback from it, but I got to let you guys know that there was no content at all on my backup channel. And I can't just continue to just post what I post on my original channel to my backup channel just to keep it afloat. So just to give you guys some of the things that I do from a meditations aspect of it, I kicked off a meditation channel. It was the Law Nations 2.0 page, but now it is the meditation channel. So if you guys don't like meditations, don't click over there. If you guys like meditation for the nation, then you just click over there. It will be long form meditations to help you out with peace, healing, mental clarity, as well as, everything from the manifestations of the heart, soul, and sinew. And here we go. Here's the meditation channel. There's one of the links to the page there. And I always look at it like this. YouTube stands for you in a tube, not stands for other people in a tube. It's your thoughts, your opinion, your mindset in a tube. So I really appreciate those who understand, but I just can't have 2 pages and one page is just sitting there doing nothing without content. So I figure I just have a meditation channel. Also, mental clarity. You heard? Yeah, Paul. So, yeah, appreciate it. And, I hear people, hey, talk football, talk sports. Well, this is where it's going to be at. Law Nation page, you get all your sports content. And then the meditation channel is where you get your spiritual clarity, your mind to set free. The good thing about that is that there's no win-loss in that category, right? It's just everybody wins because it's meditation. So it's peace and relaxations for the nation. So I will be doing that type of content over there. I tried to start the Law of Beard channel, the Beard channel, but I'm limited with time. If I had more than 24 hours a day, I would figure out a way to showcase some beard techniques on a brand new page, but that is hard as you know what. So with that being said, Cowboy Nation, I thought about this like on Wednesdays or Thursday, maybe one video on beard tips on my original page. I know I get a lot of kickback on, hey, stick to sports, but it is what it is. It is what it is, because I get a lot of people asking me, hey, how do you grow your beard? What techniques do you keep to keep your beard in good shape? Now, genetics plays a major role in it, but also, there are other things that you have to do. You have to meditate. Beard meditation. That would be dope, we play some beard meditations, as you guys can hear some of that in the background. That's the type of music that I have, On the meditation, 8 hours. Get your chakras going, right? Clarities of your mind. We can do guided meditations. The Dallas Cowboys. Close your eyes. Winning is around the corner. Don't be like Eastside Harold. Don't cry like the Eagles. Don't be like the Giants. Be a cowboy. The clarity of your mind, your heart, soul, and sinew, as you sit closely, and warm feelings throughout your body. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. You're definitely not Eastside. They have no rings to show. Oh my goodness. And you're definitely not the Eagles, who their only quarterback that won them a Super Bowl. They built a statue in their name. They placed them outside in the rain. The fan base were finally happy. They even ate horse manure. Look at the positives. catch all of that stuff on that channel. Oh, my goodness, man. It was too much fun of me talking about East Side. And I see Philadelphia. Shout out to Philadelphia Underdogs. Appreciate you. Cowboys been too relaxed for the last 26 years and counting. Hold on. Let me do this. Close your eyes and imagine if you were a Philadelphia Eagle fan, how rough life would be to finally celebrate a Super Bowl and your coach that won the Super Bowl with you is no longer there. The quarterback is no longer there. The quarterback that you claimed that was better than Dak Prescott is no longer there. And all you have is that one lonely ring. As painful as it is, settles into your heart, soul. You want to cry. You want to lash out. So the best thing that you do is step over here to greatness. You find yourself trolling on another team's page just so you can be relevant. Oh my goodness. Appreciate y'all. Oh my goodness, man. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll just play with you guys. But shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. I got a brother who is a diehard Eagles fan, and it is what it is. I can't wait to play them twice a year. Cowboy Nation, I can't. All right, so it's my time to get on out of here. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for this episode. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Jump over to the Law of Meditations channel and relaxations and all of those good things. So I'm terraforming that channel, so there will be more and more positive vibes, good vibes, and all of those good things over there. I'm gonna try to give you guys one video a week on how to grow your beard, and there'll be tips on that in the future. And that will be just about it. Oh, Crossover Nation, by the way, is something that I will be helping my brother from another mother out with, and you will see some of that content just so I won't hit you guys by surprise. And we will also be out there in Oxnard. So I can't wait to see y'all faces out that way. Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind and shine. That's been my time. And I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Turn me up. Where my stuff at? Wrong one. Where is that? Where you at? Where are you? You're somewhere right there. What happened to my music? Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. Hail Mary. Here we go. Chris Davis, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Sheila Neal, good night to you. Bible Junkie, good night to you. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in for this particular episode. We'll get into more details. Navarre Gallimore will be another film review. Dalton Schultz will be another film review. And I think Anthony Hines. And then I will try to do the Brandon Smith, I believe that's his name, from our undrafted rookie free agent. That's my lineup for next week. And I'm still working on Navarre Gallimore. But I want you to say this right here. Just have this somewhere in your heart. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty, and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it. If you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you would just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness or body or brain can turn you away from the thing you really, really want. Dogged and grim and proceed and beset it, just like Joseph Torres just said it. You will get it. Good night, Cowboy Nation and beyond. Let's go. Turn me up. Let's go. Shout out time. Don't forget to put down where you guys are from. I always love to hear that and know that. To LVE. LVE gonna surprise a lot of people this year. That is right, Chris Davis. Yeah. Illinois is in the house. Let's go. What we tell them, baby? What we tell them?
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blinging, she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. No, G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the dome and just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If it down in my management, I'm just warming up, wait till I. Old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the time when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough.
Appreciate everybody, man. I really do, really do. Let's go.
I used to be quiet and out of luck.
Ready for the season, man. Y'all just don't know.
My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up.
Count them up.
Nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging, she freeze, photo, please, no photos. No, G's, no, please, no photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway.
Nation.
I got paid to play today.
Come on.
I get paid to stay away.
Yeah.
I get paid on rainy days.
Come on.
I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll.
Yeah.
I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale.
No.
When it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world.
What'd
when
you
they
say,
sign
Chris?
You up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
Come on.
Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy,
Love, wealth, and health to you all. Stay blessed. From Christopher Davis. Shout out to you, Chris Davis. Appreciate you checking in from Oklahoma. Carlos, you're listening to nothing but the band. Yeah. Come on.
miss. I got wifey on bling and she
Yeah.
freeze.
Come on.
Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, no.
Philadelphia, salute to you. I love the underdogs, by the way. You just so happen to put that on your name.
I ran up a check, I might do it again.
Do it again.
Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be
10
free
toes,
to the
baby.
end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to
the
no one
heartbeat.
but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend.
Tell 'em finish
If
it.
I do it once, I do it again.
Carlos, let's go.
Add it up, bankroll,
Bankroll.
peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up.
Come on.
Bankroll, euro, peso,
Let's go,
add
nation.
it up.
Let's watch the world spin.
Everything is on
Looking
me,
for it.
you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything
can
is
find
on
it.
me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do
need to
me.
press
Why you
that
hating
button.
on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck.
Here we
Crush your
go.
heart, I'm a
It's
cop
somewhere
of
right
farm,
here.
it go act up. Lot of scars, I was
Here we go.
cold-hearted, now I'm
5,
backed
4.
up. Keep it real,
Found
I
it.
do this once a month. I don't rap much.
Yep.
I just take the money and go
Look at
stack
him.
up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much.
Come on, nation.
Climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll.
I did.
Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll.
For the haters.
Peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up.
Put this on your favorite track.
Everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up.
Come on.
Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why
Come
you
on.
hating on me? It's not adding up.
We ain't going nowhere. It's night time. And we off tomorrow. Come on. Get your dog, Carlos. That's your dog. Tell your dog to bark over here. Shout out to Carlos' dog. Hey, spin. Super cool. I see you. Peace, love, and fish grease. Yeah. Come on. You gotta grind to this one. Let's groove. We break it down film to this one. Come on. Manny, I see you. Gracias. Hey. 27 days and 36 minutes from Drew P. before the Hall of Fame. Come on. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Hey. Watch out, I'm spinning just like the helmet. Watch it.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous.
Imagine you in your 88 Cutlass. You just rolling.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be alright? I'll follow.
Come on.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly,
We alive.
then forever
Like
doesn't feel
95.
that far.
You're right. Let's go.
So far, so far. If a baby grain can fly, fly on,
And remember,
fly on, fly on, fly on.
you're listening to nothing but the best. We're out.